2, 3, 4. I'm aware. Yep, from the audience, right? All right. Ooh. All right, so wow, quite a few people are tuning in. So let me make this clear. I was trying to get the guy who made Tyler Wolf in for this Hall of Fame speech, but as he has been busy for the past couple days, and the guy who has made Colt Lee has gladly accepted the invitation to be inducting Mr. Samuel. Now, of course, when we do this, Colt Lee will not be in character like the Hall of Fame is in real life. The guys kind of break character. I will be portraying Mr. Samuel in the speech, and we'll go from there. So, if everybody is clear on the rules, we shall begin. So everybody, we get the one introducing your first ever Universe Mode Hall of Famer. Mr. Samuel. I want to be one of the first to thank Colt Lee for coming out here and doing this Hall of Fame induction. Nice job, man. I will applaud you. Personally. Wow. I cannot believe no one's reacted to that yet. I doubt that they'll start that chant in the comment section, but yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hall of Fame ceremony. Here comes our first ever Hall of Famer for Universe Mode. For the class of Season 3, here comes Mr. Samuel. Making his way to the ring for his Hall of Fame induction. As he takes one last ride down to the ring as a full-time wrestler. There is our first ever Hall of Famer being inducted tonight by one of the best of the season, ranked number 3 this season. Here comes your 2-time Universal Champion, 1-time United States Champion, Colt Lee, making his way to the ring. As he gets to wear some of his ring attire, not really fond of the suits. I respect him for that, as he's focused on the draft along with everybody else in Universe Mode to see who will be drafted to which brands. And what a moment this is. No, don't start those comments. Don't start that chant. No. Oh, man. Oh, man. This is about to be sad. Alright, Colt. Floor is yours. If you want me to step over to make you face the audience, I can. Alright. We'll work with it. We'll work with it. There you go.
There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight I have the privilege of introducing the man, a legend in this universe mode, a man who, since the beginning of this universe mode, has made this company what it is. A man who's put his life on the line and his body on the line each and every time he gets into this ring. Yes, we've had our differences, but in the end, we are still family no matter what happens. So, I do have something to say to again. Mr. Samuel, in one of our final matches together, you are what helped you. I know you didn't want to lose. You wanted to win the title off of me. And I know Harvey is listening in the background, but Harvey was the one that wanted you to lose. He's the one that wanted to retire you. If it was up to me, I would have held the title, given it to you at WrestleMania, and had you not retire at WrestleMania. But because Harvey had to be the stuck-up son of a gun that he is, he had to retire you. But it doesn't mean that I still don't hate your guts for trying to take me out in the backstage area. But other than that, I want to say congratulations, man. You deserve everything tonight.
Thank you. Well, everybody, here we are. I'll just count. My fault. I accidentally put a count on. Here, I'll back here so you can get back in. It's all good. We're trying to figure this out, everybody. It's the first time. I want to thank everybody who's come out here tonight live and all the guys in the back. You know, 3 seasons ago, I started with Matt King and Tyler Wolf in a faction NXT. A forgettable faction, as a matter of fact, called the Iron Wall. But there I won the NXT Tag Team titles with Matt King. And alongside Tyler Wolf, we became our first ever NXT Champion. Matt King and I became the first ever NXT Tag Team Champions. I also became the first ever Mr. Money in the Bank of Universe Mode and cashed in successfully to win my first WWE title. At Survivor Series over Shinsuke Nakamura, a moment I will never forget, where the crowd was chanting for me to come out, and when I did, they absolutely exploded for me, and I appreciate that moment, and I will always look back on it with great memories. I held the title all the way to WrestleMania, and of course, ironically, I lost it to Matt King. There is an anthem on the grandest stage of them all, but that was a moment I'll never forget. A moment in time that I will always cherish. Being in front of all of you to close out the greatest show on this planet. In the second season, I kind of struggled trying to find my way. I won the United States title, held that for 6 episodes before losing it, and the for 3 episodes. Very short title reigns, but I felt pretty good. It definitely wasn't my season until I beat The Undertaker at the end of Season 2 at WrestleMania. And I sat at home after that. And I've said it in the promos before, I sat at home wondering and looking for a reason to come back. I'd done everything I wanted to do, and so much more. I got to live my dream and accomplish so much in 2 seasons, and done so much. I sat at home for half a season wondering to myself, why should I come back? Then it hit me like a lightning bolt. All of you, every single one of you are the reason I was here in the first place. Every single night, all of you cheered or booed me. But you all reacted. And when I came back, it may not have blown the roof off the place when I stood in the ring with The Rock at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn, but I can say proudly it was a night I'll never forget. And of course, I did lose to him. I lost to Brock Lesnar soon after. I had my ups and downs this season, ultimately winning the WWE title before losing it within 5 minutes to Johnny Gargano, thanks to Colt over there and Harvey. There I would start up a rivalry that I will never forget, and I hope everybody who's seen it and witnessed it will never forget either. A rivalry that ended my career. But I gotta say, Colt, broken arm and all, and the cast around my right arm, I can say that those last 2 matches of my career with you on Raw, not just for the Universal title, the first time after the Royal Rumble, but on the Raw before WrestleMania to determine the stipulation for my match against Harvey. You gave me my first 5-star match, and for that, I thank you for that. And I gotta say, regardless of what the people think of you, regardless if they boo you out of the building and how much of a jerk you are in the ring, I will say, I thank you. Thank you for giving me that. And that goes to show just how good of a performer you are, regardless if you're a bad guy or a good guy. They react to you. They react to your performances and your in-ring ability. And I thank you, and you deserve that Universal title reign. Now on to Harvey. The man that put me on the shelf for good, and the reason why I'm here today. Well, partially. He gave me one heck of a match, man, and we did everything we said we would. And that was beating you on the grandest stage of them all. I said that we would have to, you and I both agreed that we would have to kill each other to beat each other. And it almost got to that point. We put each other through everything to the point where all it took was one final British ambition to pull me away. But it took so much out of us that we could barely stand. And in that crowd, they roared and cheered and booed either of us. But they reacted. And regardless of what they want to say, we were the reason why they tuned into WrestleMania. They wanted to see us clash like titans on the grandest stage of them all for my career. You ultimately came out the victor. 3 seasons doesn't seem like a long time. Heck, it doesn't seem like any time has passed at all. Seems like time flies when you're having so much fun in the ring. Now, I may not have the best career, or the longest, or the most dominant. I may not be the best performer, or the best entertainer, or the most successful man. But I ask is that none of you will ever forget these first 3 seasons. That you look back on this as a reminder of how much every person in the ring is willing to sacrifice for this industry and for all of you. I gave my career for all of you. I put on one heck of a final showing, and the curtain fell on my career. And tonight, per the stipulation of losing at WrestleMania, oh man, people are going to be happy. I formally announced my retirement from Universe Mode, and my contract as a full-time performer is to be immediately terminated from this company. I want to thank everybody for putting every single moment that you all invested into watching me perform for all of you. And when I go, sure, I'm one of the core 3 that is leaving. I'm one of the 3 that is going. To Tyler Wolf and Matt King, we never had that dream triple threat we wanted to do to determine who was the best out of the 3 of us. And it may not be the best match, but if we ever do it, and if the fans ever call for it, you better believe I'll come back for one last match to fight between you two. And on top of that, with my passing in this Universe Mode, I want to ask all of you to look to the future. To Colt, to Harvey, to Matt King, to Claspar, to DJRC, your current Universal Champion. To guys like Yuri Yamashita, Adrian Galerto, even Samuel Armstrong. You guys are the present. And it's hard to keep on top. So you gotta fight to stay on top. I get that. You all are main eventers in my mind, and even if I didn't fight all of you in my career, just keep showing everybody and keep entertaining everybody on just how important this all is. And to the future, guys like the NXT Champion Jamie, Johnny Gargano, Aleister Black, Scott Cole recently debuted, Jeff Sanders as well. Guys like Blake Daniels, Kevin Draco are the future. And the British Invasion, thank you. And the Hitman. All of you are the future of the industry. And even though I didn't get to fight any of you, I wish you all the best of luck. If there was a way for me to come back, I would. Heck, I even spoke to Triple H backstage before the show, or before this started. And he told me if he wins a world championship, per stipulation, he will become or take over Vince McMahon's job. He agreed to make me NXT's general manager. So I gotta hope, man, Triple H, that you help me get a job back here, so everybody can see my ugly mug one more time. And last but certainly not least, I want to thank everybody in the audience. Everybody that has ever cheered or booed me. You all have given me my strength at WrestleMania. And every match I fight for all of you to entertain all of you. I want to see all this go. 3 seasons is a short time, and I know that some of these guys will be future Hall of Famers. Guys like Colt Lee, for an example, who stand in the ring with me. Future Hall of Famers, easily. Easily. And I want to thank each and every one of you for voting for me into the Hall of Fame as our first ever Hall of Famer. I don't think I would have ever been in the Hall of Fame if you all didn't ask for it. So I thank you. Each and every one of you. To Matt and Tyler, I want to thank you so much. I want to thank Madlunner53 for convincing Vince McMahon to bring me into the company. And regardless of how much I hate Vince McMahon, I want to thank him for allowing me and the fans to give them what they want and have me in the Hall of Fame. And one thing I ask from every single one of you in the crowd watching at home is that you don't forget about me and you don't forget about what I did here. Because the worst thing is when new people come in, they just forget about you. Slowly become irrelevant. That's the worst thing. But heads up, everybody. It's a new day coming next. The draft of Season 4. Sadly, a draft I will not be a part of. My contract is now terminated. Thank everybody for coming to see this Hall of Fame speech. I wish everybody, best of all the competitors, best of luck in Season 4. And I want to thank everybody for believing in me. For every person I've ever fought, thank you. I'll never forget any of this. I'll never forget any of you. And I'll never forget the moments we've had in this ring. This 20 feet by 20 feet squared circle. And I gladly accept the role and I am privileged and honored to be our Universe Mode's first Hall of Famer, and I stand alone in the class of Season 3's Hall of Fame, and I wish you all the best of luck in the future. And I can't wait to see who gets inducted after me. I thank you all. And I want to say one final goodbye to everybody. One last time. From full-time competition. Will I be back? Will I have one more match? Well, I don't know. But if the opportunity ever comes, I'll take it. If I ever get that dream match with Matt King and Tyler Wolf for a triple threat match, I'll do it. And if any of you ever asked me if I'd do it all over again, every single fight, every single beating I've taken, and even having my career ended, I'd say I'd do it. For you. All of you. Thank you, Cole, for inducting me. Thank you, everybody who tuned in. And thank you, everybody, for voting me in the Hall of Fame. Good night, everybody. So hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you all enjoyed the Hall of, well, was moved by the Hall of Fame speech. I tried my best with the speech. The next WWE video will be the draft vote on the previous WWE video if you haven't already. Thank you all. Please give one final round of applause for Mr. Samuel and the man who made him. And gave him to me over 2 years ago. Thank you, man. Thank you for letting me use him. And thank you to everybody who's ever cheered this man. Thank you, everybody. And as always, suit up, Mad Army. Thank you all. See y'all next time.